Good morning. Please stand and join Olivia Greer, Hannah Kilday, Ruby Miller, and Nathan Samariski, the class of 2017, in singing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please remain standing as Father Jim Lease, CSC, Vice President of Missions, offers the invocation.
Let us pray. May the God of all light and hope, shed light and hope on all of us today. Wow. We pray in thanks for this beloved institution, Stonehill College, which has, by God's grace, brought us all together. As we conclude another academic year, we celebrate the achievements of our graduates, the efforts and excellence of our faculty, the dedication and commitment of our staff, and the graciousness and devotion of our trustees, alumni, benefactors, and friends. And most of all, Lord, we thank you for those in the lives of our graduates whose love and support have brought them to this day, their families and friends, their guardians and guides. We remember in a special way on this day Kennedy Clifford, a member of the class of 2017, who died in the summer before what would have been her sophomore year with us. We pray also for Lindsay Malia, a member of the class of 2018, who died earlier this month while studying abroad in Denmark. Even in our loss, we give thanks for their lives and ask particular blessings on their families and friends, and the many among us today who knew and loved them and who grieve them still. We glory in the great grace that we have known in this place, which allows us, in the vision of Blessed Basil Moreau, to prepare great citizens for the world, as well as for the kingdom. May all of our graduates forever be beacons of light and hope, and may the work of their lives make our world a more just and compassionate place. And as we unleash them on the world this day, prepare the world, O God, for their imagination, their energy, their ability, and their compassion. May Stonehill College, with all of its opportunities and challenges, remain among the deepest devotions of their hearts. We pray this in God's holy name through Jesus Christ, our light and our hope. Amen.
Thank you, Father. Welcome to you, the class of 66th Commencement. Welcome everybody to the 66th Commencement of Stonehill College. I'm going to try and get through this. It's after 39 years, this is my last graduation. And I'm reminded of Carl Jung, who said every great ceremony should have tears of sadness and tears of joy. I'm definitely filled with tears of joy. I think about, as Father Denning reminded us at the rehearsal, to be thankful always. Gratefulness is certainly a source of joy. And for all of those people who, just think about who made this possible, the people on the grounds, the people who ran the speaker system, and our parents, our grandparents, our siblings, our kids, the faculty, the staff that did such a beautiful job making this campus the beautiful place it is. Nancy Dunsing, who just is incredible in organizing this whole affair, and her staff. There are so many people to thank. So John Kenneth Galbraith, the economist from Harvard, he worked with the Kennedy administration 50 years ago, and he wrote a book called The Anatomy of Power. And he said, if you're ever a master of ceremony and you want the ceremony to really work, you have to start by getting people to applause. Because when people applaud at the beginning, they enjoy the whole experience. So I want you to think about all those people who made this possible, the generous alumni who have continued to give, so many people, the Congregation of the Holy Cross, and each other. You wouldn't have been here if it weren't for all of your friends. So give yourselves and everyone else a giant, giant round of applause. At this time, Father Denning, as president of the college, will confer the honorary degrees. Reading the citations for the honorary degrees will be Professor Mitch Glavin, Professor Pamela, yes, by all means, Professor Pamela Kelly, Professor Peter Bysham, and Professor Wanjiro Mbore.
Robert Simpson, Doctor of Business Administration. You are a proud graduate of Stonehill, but yours was no ordinary path. You earned a degree in healthcare administration part-time as an adult while you were vice president of materials management in the Ponset Valley Health System. You did this after serving as a medic in the U.S. Army and memorably as director of operations for the Northeast Red Cross Blood Service during the blizzard of '78, where you managed to keep New England's blood supply moving even while the region was buried in snow. You went on to become an innovator in medical supply distribution, serving as the president and chief executive officer of LISAR and Cooperative Services of Florida. Thanks to your efforts, the Healthcare Supply Chain Management Initiative at Stonehill was made possible by an initial grant from the Kimberly-Clark Corporation. Since 2008, Stonehill students have gained hands-on experience through full-time summer internships at LISAR. While your professional success is notable, what is truly admirable is the way you channeled grief into good. In 1995, in memory of your son Bobby, who was killed by a drunk driver, you and your wife Linda created Project Perfect World. This organization takes medical teams around the world to provide free maxillofacial, dental, and orthopedic surgery for children in need. For this work, you received the Servitor Pacis Award in 2015, an honor bestowed annually by the Path to Peace Foundation, an organization affiliated with the Permanent Observer Mission of the Holy See to the United Nations. For your impressive career, you're reaching back to help Stonehill students, and you're reaching out to bring healing to the world's children. Stonehill College is proud to bestow upon you, Robert Simpson, honoris causa, the degree of Doctor of Business Administration.
Joanne Burton, Doctor of Humanities. Throughout your life, you have been quietly and steadfastly advocating for young people, especially in the areas of education and opportunity. Following in the activist tradition of your forebears, and in partnership with your late husband, Ron Burton Sr., you launched the Ron Burton Training Village in Hubbardston, Massachusetts, 29 years ago. The Training Village offers a comprehensive program that is designed to challenge at-risk young people between the ages of 11 and 18 academically, physically, and spiritually. With the motto of God first, others second, me third, the Training Village focuses on 4 core values: love, peace, patience, and humility. Working with campers over a 7-year period, Training Village staff are committed to ensuring that each camper not only graduates from high school, but also goes on to attend college. After Ron's passing in 2003, you and your 5 children, Ron Jr., Paul, Phil, Steve, and Elizabeth, have dedicated yourselves to securing and enhancing his legacy. Since its foundation in 1985, the Training Village has now inspired more than 4,000 young people. At Stonehill, we are blessed that 20 of those former campers have attended the college on full scholarship. We share your pride in their successes in fields as varied as music, criminology, marketing, and healthcare. For your model of understated, effective leadership, your passion for your faith and your family, and your commitment to helping at-risk youth to transform their lives, Stonehill College is proud to bestow upon you, Joanne Burton, honoris causa, the degree of Doctor of Humanities.
Bishop Arthur Colgan, Congregation of Holy Cross. You are a Stonehill first, the first alumnus to be ordained a bishop in the Catholic Church. Pope Francis honored you with this office in 2015. Today, you serve God's people as auxiliary bishop of the Diocese of Chosica in the ecclesiastical province of Lima, Peru. For your episcopal motto, you chose words familiar to us at Stonehill College, those of Blessed Basil Moreau, founder of the Congregation of Holy Cross, making God known, loved, and served. You have spent much of your religious life in Peru, where you have stood shoulder to shoulder with the marginalized who live in around Greater Lima. You have long cultivated active lay participation and served as a theological advisor to the Peruvian Bishops' Conference. There, you have contributed to many pastoral letters that grapple with the social and political issues facing your adopted country. Throughout your ministry, you have held a variety of pastoral and administrative roles, including Provincial Superior of the Eastern Province of the Congregation of Holy Cross, Superior of the Congregation in Peru, and Theological Assessor of the Episcopal Commission for Social Action of the Peruvian Episcopal Conference. Over the years, you have remained close to your alma mater. You've served on the college's Board of Trustees, as well as on the Board of Holy Cross Family Ministries. In 1993, you received Stonehill's Outstanding Alumnus Award, recognizing your dedication to building a church that ministers to the underserved. For living the Holy Cross preferential option for the poor, for your faithful shepherding of the Catholics of Lima, and for being light and hope for the people of Peru, Stonehill College is proud to bestow upon you, Bishop Arthur Colgan, CSE, honoris causa, the degree of Doctor of Theology.
Ann Thompson, Doctor of Humane Letters. You're an award-winning journalist, one who has dedicated her career to the pursuit of truth. For the past 2 decades, you have served as a national correspondent for NBC News, where your reports have appeared on NBC Nightly News, Today, and MSNBC. Among the topics you have recently and most notably covered are the 2016 Rio Olympics, Pope Francis's papal tour, the United States-China climate deal, and the BP oil spill. As Chief Environmental Affairs Correspondent, you led the coverage of Hurricane Katrina and its aftermath in the Gulf. For this, you and your nightly news team won the Alfred I. DuPont Columbia Journalism Award and an Emmy. You're also a 2-time recipient of the prestigious Gerald Loeb Award, which recognizes excellence in journalism, especially in the fields of business, finance, and the economy. You began your career in 1979 at WNDU-TV in South Bend, Indiana, the television station on the campus of your alma mater, the University of Notre Dame. You treasure the ability to be constantly learning on the job and draw upon your Holy Cross education to tell stories that are compassionate, empathetic, sensitive, and above all, focused on people. At Notre Dame, you were among the first classes that included women. Today, you give back by serving on the university's Board of Trustees. You're also a 2-time cancer survivor who has admirably made your private health struggles public to raise awareness as well as money for research and to help others living with the disease. For your pioneering career in journalism, your willingness to live your Catholic faith on the national stage, and your zeal in advancing the fight on cancer, Stonehill College is proud to bestow upon you, Ann Thompson, honoris causa, the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters.
I am now pleased to present the 2017 commencement speaker, Ann Thompson.
I just said to Father Jim, oh good, you make me cry and now you expect me to speak. Father Denning, Bishop Colgan, Ms. Burton, Mr. Simpson, members of the Board of Trustees, parents, alumni, and most of all, my fellow members of the class of 2017, welcome to the real world. You know, I could not help but think as I watch you process down the hill today of how far you have traveled over the last 4 years. You have gone from cornerstone to capstone, far from those days of being uncertain freshmen. You sit before me, tan, rested, and ready from Cape Week. And aren't sunglasses a wonderful thing? You have survived being exiled to Lot 17, and then moved, and then moved, and then moved again. And reputation has it that you know how to hold open a door. Courtesy, flexibility, and knowing how to have a good time are just a few of the ways your Stonehill education has transformed you. And a great college education should be a transformative experience, developing your mind with intellectual rigor and your heart with compassion and a strong sense of community. Now you're asked to go out and transform the world. No pressure there. But before you do go out and make things a whole lot better for all of us, I want to suggest 3 guideposts to look for throughout your life. Keep them in sight, learn from them, and let them lead you to where you're going to go. Because the truth, dreams, and faith are never bad places to turn. They inform us, they give shape to the pursuit of big questions, and they add strength to our arsenal for dealing with the ups and downs of life that life is absolutely guaranteed to drop on your doorstep. So the first thing I suggest to you to let guide your way is the truth. We are a society that today is better educated than ever before. We have more information available to us than ever before, and yet we are bitterly divided by what we choose to believe. The information machine that in many ways makes us incredibly powerful also serves as an almost paralyzing counterbalance because we can rarely agree these days on what the facts are. We are sectioned off into believing the sources we choose rather than the facts that are proven. One of our most significant American writers, Flannery O'Connor, observed, "The truth does not change according to our ability to stomach it." As someone who covers the environment, I'm asked all the time, do I believe in climate change? And my answer is, I believe in God. Climate change is science. And if we go to Webster's definition of science, we see that it's defined as the state of knowing. Knowledge is distinguished from ignorance or misunderstanding. And here's what the science tells us. The last 3 years have been the hottest since record-keeping began in 1880. The Arctic is warming twice as fast as the rest of the Earth. The very chemistry of the oceans is changing, becoming more acidic as they absorb carbon dioxide created when we burn fossil fuels. Growing zones in this country are shifting north, and fish stocks in the Gulf of Maine are moving north as well in search of colder waters. We know the climate is changing. We know that adding more carbon dioxide into the atmosphere warms the Earth. These things are true. They can be measured. They can be proven. Where climate change may take us is certainly open for debate, and what we should do about it is open for debate as well. But what can't be debated is that it is happening. It is a fact. It is the truth. The truth allows us to move forward, to solve problems, to take action, to develop a foundation for growth. Pursue the truth relentlessly, and life will never be boring. It will be frustrating. As O'Connor suggests, it will be uncomfortable, but it will give you meaning, and Lord knows we all want meaning in our lives. The pragmatism of the truth is what allows us to dream. When anchored in reality, we're free to let our spirits soar to the outer limits of our imaginations. Now, I know that many of you are sitting out there with big dreams. You want to change the world. You want to create works of significance. And I know some of you just want to get out of your parents' house and find a job. Take your classmate, Tommy Farrell. Tommy asked me on Twitter if I could steer him to the right path for a career in broadcast journalism. I told him to go to medical school. But seriously, whether it is broadcast journalism or investment banking or even the medical profession, I would urge you to dream big and focus small. Now, I know that may seem contradictory, but when you think of what you want to accomplish, few people do it in one big leap. It really happens in a series of small steps, little truths that add up to a big dream. When I started my career as a broadcast journalist, I dreamt of accomplishing two things. I wanted to get a job in Boston, and then I wanted to be a network correspondent. The problem was, when I got hired in South Bend, Indiana, I had never done a TV news story. In fact, the last story I had written was for my high school newspaper. So I had to learn. I had to learn how to write a lead sentence, how to ask a question, how to follow up on a story, how to hold a microphone. Covering City Hall in South Bend, I was a very, very long way from my dreams, but I was still taking the small steps necessary to ultimately cover that distance. Take those small steps and learn, keep your focus on the bigger goal, and you are going to get there. Look at the example we see today in Pope Francis. I've been privileged to cover him traveling on the papal plane and around the world. I have seen his work with my own eyes. Now, 4 years ago, if you wanted to talk about an impossible task, it was becoming the 265th successor to St. Peter. The Catholic Church then was mired in scandals, abuse, financial irregularities, and declining mass attendance on both sides of the Atlantic. Today, the narrative of the Catholic Church is much different. The basic message of Christ, of mercy, of compassion, of do unto others as you would have them do unto you, is front and center. Because those big ideas of Francis's papacy are illustrated by small gestures. Kissing a faithful man with tumors, celebrating his 80th birthday not with a lavish party, but a humble meal shared by 8 homeless people. They had breakfast. Bringing 3 refugee families, all Muslim, from the camps in Lesbos, Greece, to Italy, on the papal plane no less, to start new lives in Italy. Francis has a bold dream for what the Catholic Church can be. The execution of that dream is conveyed by small steps in the face of big problems, showing that each of us can do something, even when the challenges seem insurmountable, and contribute to a solution. That is how you achieve your dreams. It's how you reach your ideals. Now, I know some of you are going to try to control your destiny. You're sitting there with your 5 or 10-year plans to keep your dreams on track, and that's a great thing, but be sure you stay open to life's serendipity, because life is going to inevitably surprise you. It's going to take you in directions you never imagined and still deliver you remarkable joy. It's also going to disappoint you. It's going to break your heart. And it's in those moments that they will ultimately reveal who you truly are, what your character is. I never got that job in Boston. Lord knows I tried. All those small steps I took, the stories, the breaking news, the live shots, never got me to that goal. It did get me to NBC, but not before a stack of rejection letters came my way over a 10-year period as I tried to get to the network. Though I never had that job in Boston, I was at the World Trade Center when the towers came down. I've asked questions of presidents and the Pope. My job has taken me to the Olympics and the bayous of Louisiana, where I lived for 5 months as I watched that part of the world struggle mightily to survive the BP oil spill. I will always love Boston, but I wouldn't give back one of those experiences for the nicest condo on Beacon Hill or a decade's worth of season tickets to the Red Sox, the Bruins, and the Celtics combined. However, if you offered me a box in Foxborough for the last decade, you might tempt me. My point is, in trying to reach that unrealized dream, there are so many unexpected gifts you will receive just by making the attempt. I had faith that it would take me to a good place, and I found that to be true. And faith is the last but most significant touchstone I hope you will keep with you as you move on from Stonehill. Faith is the security blanket that never fails. It's the friend that's always on the end of the line when you call or text. It's the parent who picks you up in the middle of the night, the dog by your side, the old jacket you pull on when you feel the first nip of fall on an August night. I have learned a lot about faith when I had cancer, twice. I've been sick as a dog twice, bald twice, not a hair to be found, gone in front of millions of people every day wearing wigs, tattooed eyebrows, and false eyelashes, what I like to call my drag queen periods. In fact, had I come to speak to you last year, I would have worn a wig. Twice I have looked at the end of my life and done the morbid calculations that disease often invites. And in each instance, I have found that the prospect of potentially limited time has actually brightened my life. Questions of fairness certainly arose, but they slipped away pretty quickly because I lived in the faith that I had all that I need. Today, I am far more appreciative of what genuinely makes life a success. The family I love, the friends who enrich and support me, work I am still passionate about, the sound of the waves on Cape Cod shoreline. True happiness, I know, is not measured in the number of followers on Instagram or the likes you get on Facebook or even the zeros on a paycheck. It is treasured in the small, magical moments of life. I have faith in these, and I hope you will too, because these are the moments that ultimately answer the big questions of life. Who am I? What values will I pass on to my children? How will I improve my community, whether it is within my home or my office or perhaps on a bigger stage? And the good news is you don't need cancer to find your faith. But I would suggest that occasionally you do need to unplug. That means pulling out the earbuds, turning off the media, I know that's heresy, and taking time to be still. Because it's hard to hear your own voice if you're always listening to someone else's. It's hard to know the truth. It's hard to dream. It's hard to have faith if you're constantly bombarded by incoming information. Now, this is not something you can do just once. It is a discipline that has to be practiced over a lifetime. Because when you are quiet, when you are still, you can hear the unmistakable authority of your heart's own conviction. That's what pushes us over life's obstacles. It's what keeps us moving forward when we failed spectacularly, when we are just so tired you want to quit. It's in those moments of struggle that what we believe gets us home. And that brings me to my final point on faith. Faith should never be blind, I believe. It is as much a journey full of questions and challenges and moments of doubt as anything else in life. But more than anything you will ever do, faith is what endures. This was brought home to me in a very visceral way in Rome on the day when Pope Benedict's resignation became official. I was standing on a rooftop doing what amounts to color commentary as Benedict left the Vatican for the final time as Pope. And he walked across the piazza and got into a white helicopter and took off. And heading south to Castle Gandolfo, his chopper flew over the ancient relics of Rome. And when it buzzed past the Colosseum, the juxtaposition of those two entities illustrated one of the greatest truths I've encountered. Because think about it, 2,000 years earlier, there was no more powerful force on this earth than the Roman Empire. And the Colosseum was the ultimate symbol of its tyranny. There, Christians were stoned to death, crucified, or thrown to the lions for their beliefs. Now that Colosseum is a ruin. And 2,000 years later, the leader of the faith the Romans tried so hard to extinguish was flying over its once terrifying symbol of power. Man-made empires, fortunes, armies, machines had all come and gone. Faith is what lasts. Blessed Basil Moreau, founder of the Congregation of Holy Cross, insisted that the whole person be educated, the mind and the heart, an education of intellect and faith. You leave here equipped with those extraordinary resources, and as you go forth, may you draw on your faith. May you dream big and focus small, and may you use the truth to guide you to the creation of a better world. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. Thompson. I've heard a lot of graduation speeches here, and believe me, that was superb. I so appreciate it. I wish to introduce Ted Carbone, member of the senior class, who will speak for the graduating class.
If you want to talk about climate change, I think we were all pretty hot on Thursday night. Thank you, everyone. Greetings, parents, faculty, friends, and family. Welcome to Stonehill College. We are very honored to have you in attendance today. Some of you did not know that I was speaking. Two people that really didn't know are my mom and dad. They're somewhere over there. My dad is very proud. My mom is hoping I don't embarrass her. No promises. I'd like to thank everyone that's been a part of my life over the past 4 years. You are the reason why I am standing here today. Class of 17, we did it. We conquered a feat that no one has ever done before, eating Sodexo for the last 4 years. In all seriousness, graduating college is a milestone few get the opportunity to get to, and even less come to this very moment. For most of us, we've been learning and studying since the year 2000. And if you think I did the math, come on, I'm a comm major. Let's be serious. Instead, I did what most people do. I asked Mom. Moms actually know just about everything and are some of the greatest people on this earth. Sorry, dads. And for most of us, we went through that phase of being an immature teenager acting disrespectful to our parents for no reason. And yet my mom still loved me unconditionally every single day, despite my immaturity. It wasn't until coming to Stonehill that I realized how strong and brave she really is. In 6th grade, my family and I moved to a new town. It was about 15 minutes from where we used to live, and something was different. Despite being only 12 years old, most of the kids were catty and cliquey. It was not normal. I ignored it, but soon became an easy target because I was not in one of those groups. I was bullied, called names, beaten up, even thrown into a trash can once. Fast forward to 2013, and I accepted to Stonehill College. It was just far enough away to distance myself from everyone. On move-in day, I met a few people, but it seemed a lot like high school. The only difference? The building was a lot warmer. I set up my room like every other freshman, posters crooked, clothes tossed into the dresser, and my bed adjacent to the window that overlooked the path of the SEM. It was a nice room, but it didn't feel like home. Not in the slightest. On the first night of living on campus, I woke up in the middle of the night in a way none of you have ever woken up before, and I can promise you that. My right leg and lower part of my torso was hanging out of the window. In my sleep, I had foolishly somehow kicked out the window screen, and I dangled half out the window, like a stuffed animal about to fall off a bed. I felt worthless and alone, dropped off at a new school to start a new chapter. Why would this place be any different? Dangling out a window was pretty fitting because I was lonely and empty. It was my rock bottom, but I pulled myself back in and told myself the next 4 years would be memorable, and they sure were. Freshman year ended up being a very exciting year for me. I had a lot of friends. At the time, I didn't mind the food, and I even went to a few Red Sox games. The one game that sticks out is April 22nd, 2014, against the Cleveland Indians. It was a Tuesday, late afternoon, and my family and I had just hopped into the car to head to Fenway Park. As we got to the red light, the car became silent. The radio was turned down, and my parents started talking to me in a serious tone. Not normal for our family. My parents said that my father had been to the doctors earlier in the month. Before the conversation continued, blue lights flashed behind us. We were pulled over, running a red light. Good job, Dad. The officer informed my family that my father's license and car registration had expired. He was not allowed to drive the car and had to be driven with someone that had a valid license. I stepped up to the plate and took the wheel. On that ride, my brother and I learned that my father had cancer. He would have surgery 3 months later. The 2-hour procedure to remove the tumor lasted 13. My mom was a mess, calling me throughout the day, asking me questions I didn't have the answers for. Mom, I'm a comm major, not a scientist. I didn't tell her that, though. I told her that everything would be okay. The 3 years since then have been anything but normal. I've made lifelong friends. I've received an education I'm very proud to have earned. I've become closer to God thanks to Father Jim Leese and Father Richard Gribble. And I've made memories I will never forget. For many of you, I know you share at least some of these things in common with me. These 3 years have also consisted of my dad in and out of hospitals and my mom working through some difficult times. But I'm proud to say my dad is almost 3 years cancer-free and in the audience with my mom. Both of them are very, very brave. In life, we're going to face difficulties. In a sense, it's like a baseball pitcher throwing us a curveball whenever he wants to. It's on your approach and whether you succeed or fail. Life threw my family a curveball, and my dad hit over the monster. Today, we say so long to Stonehill, but we leave with a Stonehill mindset, one few get the opportunity to have. When applying to colleges, I knew I'd get a great education from almost anywhere, but I didn't expect to become a changed person, one for the better. Stonehill is founded on the belief of the inherent dignity of each person, and after 4 years, I understand how important that really is. Every day, people flash a smile or say hello to you on campus, and that got me through my difficult days, but that's not as common in the real world. People are going through a variety of problems you have no idea about. This world is full of crime, hate, and unfortunately discrimination. But there's also us, 560 Stonehill grads with the ability to change the world. Stonehill students are always told we're way too nice by the faculty. I think that's what makes us so unique. No matter where we came from, we're all caring, compassionate, and accepting of each other. Commuters, athletes, honor students, even you and me, treat each other the way we're supposed to be treated, just like we were told in kindergarten. As we leave this campus today, remember to be outspoken in the world about the things you believe in. Be passionate about the great things that exist in the world. And most importantly, be you. It may change someone's life. Thank you.
Thank you, Ted. Terrific job. Dr. Maria Curtin, Associate Vice President for Academic Affairs and Dean of the Faculty, will present the candidates for baccalaureate degrees. President Denning will then confer the degrees.
Will the candidates please rise? President Denning, the faculty of Stonehill College have the honor to present to you the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. In the judgment of the faculty, each of the students being presented has successfully completed all requirements for the baccalaureate degree.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Stonehill College and the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, I hereby confer upon each of you the baccalaureate degree with all rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
Would the first row of graduates please remain standing? That means everyone else can sit down. There we go. Thank you. For the reading of degrees, we ask that you reserve applause until all diplomas have been awarded. Also, in order not to delay the movement of graduates, we request that you not come forward for photographs. Thank you. Reading the degrees will be Professor Anamika Timon Goschel, Professor Brendan O'Sullivan, Professor Monique Myers, Professor Rachel Hurst, and Professor Jaegu Lee.
Class of 2017, are you ready? Philip L. Hemingway Senior Awards. To the highest ranking graduate in liberal arts, Catherine Judith Joy, summa cum laude. To the highest ranking graduate in sciences, Rachel Victoria Ruccetti, summa cum laude, Moreau Honors Scholar. To the highest ranking graduate in business administration, Alexandra Clivia Esposito, summa cum laude, Moreau Honors Scholar. Senior class officers, Sarah Marie Gaffney, class president. Ahmed Mohammed Hassan, class vice president. Moreau Honors Scholars, Samantha Marie Bertherman, magna cum laude. Shannon Marie Booth, cum laude. Taylor Lee Christensen, cum laude. Catherine Edith Colpitz, cum laude. Alyssa Lynn DeRusso, magna cum laude. Stephanie Alicia Davino, cum laude. Anna Carmela DiCenso, magna cum laude. Lauren Alyssa Dintino, magna cum laude. Mary Grace Donahoe, magna cum laude. Lauren Ashley Doherty, cum laude. Julianne Nicole Dugas, cum laude. Ellen Edgerton, magna cum laude. Margaret Ann Flynn, magna cum laude. Austin Jeremy Herzog, magna cum laude. Allison Marie Houle, magna cum laude. Kristen Elise Lauder, magna cum laude. Melissa Elizabeth Mardot, summa cum laude. Danielle Teresa Miziak, summa cum laude. Catherine Grace Orzalak, summa cum laude.
Paral Kalpesh Patel, cum laude. Nathaniel Andrew Proto, summa cum laude. Jenna Elizabeth Raposa, summa cum laude. Christina Jolene Ronson, cum laude. Nathan Philip Samoriski, cum laude. Rachel Rose Santos, summa cum laude. Lori Semetsis, summa cum laude. Alina V. Shklarenko, cum laude. Danielle Marie Sicarella, magna cum laude. Lorraine Jean Smith, magna cum laude. Kayla Rose Solis, magna cum laude. Christina Elaine Stesne, magna cum laude. Oscar Sal, cum laude. Elizabeth Ann Vetter, cum laude. Gabriella Robin Warden, cum laude. Bachelor of Arts, Anthony John Abbott, Jr. Marla Angel Abujaudi, magna cum laude. Holly Marie Alibrandi, in absentia. Monica Andrea Alvarez de Aulaute. Matthew Wayne Amadi. Nicole Rose Ambrosicchio. Clay Matthew Anderson, magna cum laude. Jennifer Michelle Anderson, magna cum laude. Corey Michael Andrade. Cara Louise Aries. Brianna Josephine Arnold. Dylan Michael Arthurs. Brian Christopher O'Coin. Kara Barnes. Omira Jean Barrows. Renee Irene Barry. Shannon Teresa Barry, cum laude. Samantha Alyssa Bartel. Alexandra Ray Bayless, magna cum laude. Sarah Ann Bodwin, cum laude. Danielle Marie Beauvais, cum laude. O'Shea Khalik Bell, in absentia. Zachary Michael Bennett. Ryan Eric Bernier, cum laude. Maria Jonah Bissett, magna cum laude. Jamie Sarah Block. Amanda Jean Blood. Megan W. Bobinski. Stephen Irvin Bomba. Carlos Andres Antonio Bonilla. Nicole Julie Borowski. Alec J. Borowski. Christopher Francis Bouchard. Zachary Michael Bouchard. Victoria Catherine Boyle. Catherine Rose Bransfield. Mary Christine Brodeur, cum laude. Hannah Lee Brown. Michaela Erin Brown. Rachel Elise Brown. Kristen Genevieve Buckley. Alexandra Chamberlain Bonfilio, cum laude. Cameron Patrick Burke, magna cum laude. Duncan Connor Burley. Vincent Harold Burton. Christopher Michael Burry. Patrick Joseph Cahill III. Allison Elizabeth Calder. Emily Jane Cambridge, cum laude. Philip Butler Camp. Colleen Elizabeth Cann. Edward Christopher Carbone. Lisa Nicole Casamassa. Joan Humberto Castillo. Michaela Elizabeth Calkins. Taylor Fawn Cavanaugh. Lauren Elizabeth Cesar. Deidre S. Chapman, magna cum laude. Carla Victoria Charamella, cum laude. Zach Colclasher. Dylan Michael Connealy. Catherine Grace Connolly. Stephen Patrick Conway. Jessica Corellis in absentia. Cara Elizabeth Corvino. Alexander Farrington Costa. Connor Mitchell Coughlin. Brendan Joseph Creed, magna cum laude. Sarah Elizabeth Crespo, magna cum laude. Peter John Croak. Isabel Maria Cueva Rodriguez, magna cum laude. Elijah Shane Kerm.
Michelle Alexa David. Jacqueline Nicole Delbonis. Samantha Deloche, cum laude. Daryl Hopkins Donnell. Julia Fernanda Devine, cum laude. Amanda Kim Dixon. Emma Marie Dion. Allegra Rose DePoluto. Caroline Mooney Dixon. Paige Elizabeth Dion. Erin Claire Doherty, magna cum laude. Trisha Rose Donito, in absentia. Madeline Betsy Douglas, cum laude. Nicole Victoria Drost. Blake Nicholas Ducker. James M. Duff, in absentia. Jacqueline Marie Duffy. John Robert Dunn. Christian Xavier Dyer. Ashley Garyu Ang. Anthony Michael Eno, cum laude. John Richard Fadis. James Thomas Fowler. Allison Nicole Ferraclas. Thomas Gerard Farrell, Jr. Hannah Maud Fay, cum laude. Megan Dorothy Feely. Krista Marie Ferrant, magna cum laude. Michael Charles Ferranti. Juliana Renee Ferreira. Lindsay Marie Ferreira, cum laude, in absentia. Jonathan David Figueroa. Catherine E. Filer, cum laude. Tuli Fatia Finley Moyes. Thomas John Flanagan III. Emily Louise Gagnon. Brett David Gammon. Brianna Marie Gardner, magna cum laude. Ashley Taylor Gary. Brian James Gavin. Edmund Robert Gendreau, Jr., cum laude. Jacqueline Anne Marie Gelati. Jenna Marie Gilman. George Manuel Gomes II. Hector Manuel Gonzalez, Jr. Oscar Noe Gonzalez. Emily Elizabeth Gordon, cum laude. Maud Gorman. Emma Margaret Gregory, cum laude. Alexandra Catherine Grimaldo. Allison Taylor Guglielmino, magna cum laude. Daniel W. Habib, cum laude. Jane Taylor Haffey. Fatima Abdiyare Haji. Brandon Elliott Hansen. Courtney Marie Harrington. Abigail S. Hart. Melanie Vella Harvey. Courtney Gloria Hayden. Shay Elizabeth Healy. Allison Mary Heffron. Tyler Paul Henselier. Yasmin Hernandez Mora. Dominique Miguel Hernandez La Rochelle. Joshua Ryan Hickey. Jalad Akeen Hickson. Kevin J. Hodling. Mark Christopher Howard. Andrew Gary Hoecke. Lindsay Elizabeth Hubble. Caitlin Eleanor Hughes. Andrew Charles Hunt, cum laude. Lauren Elizabeth Ireland, magna cum laude. Erica Marie Eisner, cum laude. Praveen Kumar Jain, cum laude. Sarah Jomatia. Liana Nicole Jordan. Marissa Lynn Jordan, cum laude. Eric Lucas Journey. Justin Dieter Kaffenberger. Nathaniel Thomas Kaufman. Sydney E. Kelly, cum laude. Patrick Evan Keogh. Andrew John Kabarian. Hannah Joyce Kilday, cum laude. Who did I say? Eric Lucas Dejanay. Nathaniel Thomas Kaufman. Sydney E. Kelly, cum laude. Devin Margaret Kinsella, magna cum laude. Ashley Nanette Kleberg, magna cum laude. Kinsella Kleberg. Hannah Joyce Kilday, cum laude. So now, Megan Rebecca Coleus. Amy M. Lamontagne. Kiera Irene Laramie, cum laude. Julia Kristen Larson. Stephanie Yvonne Lasanakis, cum laude. Christopher Stephen Leduc. Chelsea Rose Lee. Beatrice Joanne Lemete. Kaylee Leon LePage. Margaret M. Lepley, cum laude. Taylor M. Lester. Alexandra Lewis. Natel Helena Bree Lewis King. Kelsey Marie Ledden. Sally Corthell Littlefield, summa cum laude. Ryan Patrick Logan. Gabrielle Cecilia Luck, cum laude. Catherine Rose Lusa, magna cum laude. Jared Nicholas Lyons. Casey Lee Lyons, summa cum laude. Colleen Catherine McDonald. Micah Dion McGowan, magna cum laude. Jessica Natalie Mahano Guevara. Andrea Marianne Mancuso, cum laude. Megan Catherine Mandino. Joseph Donato Marinilli II, cum laude. Matthew John Marshall. Sean F. Mason. Aisha Janae McAdams, cum laude. Shannon McAnault. Sarah Catherine McCrory, magna cum laude. Caitlin Elizabeth McHale. Caitlin Ann McMahon. Caitlin Ann Milaw. Sierra Lynn Morant, magna cum laude. Gina Iris Macucci, cum laude. Mandel Romario Moise, cum laude. Jessica Mary Moody. Cassidy Rose Morin. Sarah Ashley Morse, cum laude. Kaylee Lynn Mosesso. Stephen Joseph Munsey. Christine Margaret Murphy. Rachel Julia Murphy, cum laude. Leanne Catherine Murray, magna cum laude. Nicholas R. Murray, magna cum laude. Erin Irene Myers.
Alexi Marie Navarro, summa cum laude. Christopher Leon Nelson, graphic design. Patrick Joseph Nicholson. Marisa Nicole Nieves, magna cum laude. Danielle Alexander Nolan, cum laude. Teresa Rose Nowacki, magna cum laude in absentia. Claire Marie O'Brien, cum laude. Matthew Robert O'Brien. Catherine Anita O'Donnell, cum laude. Lauren Eileen O'Hanlon. Patrick John O'Hara, cum laude. Laura Elizabeth O'Malley. Luis Antonio Ortez. Elizabeth Mariah Parsons. Thomas James Pisano. Stephanie Elizabeth Pelletier, magna cum laude. Catherine Pina Rosario. Matthew Roland Peterson. Brendan Francis Philbin. Devin Marie Finney. William James Pierce. Hattie Merlene Pipes. Dylan Thomas Podbielski, magna cum laude. Molly Coughlin Powers. Margaret Michelle Priest, cum laude. Caleb M. Proctor. Amanda Lee Proya, cum laude. Alec James Provo. Emma Elizabeth Quigley. Benjamin Samuel Rajare. Rajare. Matthew Joseph Rocks. Amelia Aurora Rebello, cum laude. Adam Joseph Rego. Alexis Bailey Robbins. Emily Leslie Roach. Sarah Ann Rohrman, magna cum laude. Marissa Ann Rosati. James Nicholas Rotundo. Connor James Royley. Devin M. Ryan. Michaela Jacqueline Ryan. Michael M. Sampson. Brianna Michaela Santo. Lauren Michelle Scanlon, cum laude. Ellen Christine Schoen, magna cum laude. Catherine Julie Sheehan. Michaela Siedentov, magna cum laude. Brittany Marie Silva, cum laude. Melanie M. Smeaton, magna cum laude in absentia. Emily Marie Snyder. Cassandra Marie Squarey. Christopher Emerson St. George in absentia. Allison Elizabeth Stefarak. Taylor Nicole Stevens. Blake Alexander Stroman. Erin Leslie Studholm, cum laude. Kira C. Sullivan, cum laude. Carrie Jones Sullivan, magna cum laude. James Edward Sweeney III. Amy Lynn Zablak, magna cum laude. Matthew James Taranto. Edward Paul Tarbox Jr. Maria Filomena Perez Tavares. Alexandria Nicole Taylor, magna cum laude. Rachel Lynn Templeton, cum laude. Emily Thibault. Nicole Marie Timbrell, magna cum laude. Seraphine Rose Torrigiano. Brenna Elizabeth Trefethan. Elise Catherine Tripp, cum laude. Mark Roland Trudeau. Sean Christopher Tulson. Dylan Austin Turner. Tiana Josephine Umbeck, cum laude. Nicole T. Valek. Mark Stephen Velofison. Paige Kennedy Van Valkenburg. Oliver Victor. Rachel Carolyn Vieira. Allison Lillian Vietz, cum laude. Paul M. Vitale. Catherine Sophia Warrer, magna cum laude. Abigail Rose Wazak, cum laude. Eileen Mary Walsh. James Michael Walsh. Hallie M. Watts. Hallie M. Watts. Joshua Adam Weber. Seamus Weldon. Larissa Jade West. Abigail Sace Weston. Lauren Rachel White, cum laude. Alyssa Ann Whitney. Brittany Marie Wickham, cum laude. David Bradley Williams, magna cum laude. Gabriel Barbara Rose Williamson. Deshawn Markey Wilson. Kendall Lynn Wright. Antonia Shelva. Megan Rose Yarmolitz. Magna cum laude. David Andrew Yeo. Hannah Dorothy Zorian. And we'd like to take a special moment. We are about to grant a special degree to be awarded posthumously to Kennedy Marie Clifford. Receiving the degree is her sister, Conley Clifford.
Bachelor of Science, Daniel Keenan Besser, cum laude. Haley Ann Bebo, cum laude. Heather Kopel Bowditch, cum laude. Courtney Nicole Burke. Jessica Marie Bushman. Christine Laura Carroll, cum laude. Peter Joseph Cedrone II. Cassandra Brooke Shaves. Catherine Grace Sheff. James Augustine Cheney. Jamie Elizabeth Clark. Jefferson Armando Clavel. Alexander John Crowley, cum laude. Ashlyn Nicole Sapiga, summa cum laude. Amanda Carol Di Pasquale. Sarah Elizabeth Dumaris, cum laude. Dana Victoria Dami. Olivia Joy DeMeo. Benjamin Robert DiMattia. Sean Patrick Downs. Andrea Clarice Dumont. Ryan Matthew Fandel. Brittany A. Ferreira. Alexandria Lynn Fink. Andrew P. Foote. Nina Elise Fultz. Mark Reese Gambone, cum laude. Catherine Ann Gianetti, magna cum laude. Nicole Elizabeth Gilcoyne. Matthew James Grant. Olivia Jasmine Greer, cum laude. Jeremy Michael Halstead. Melissa Ann Hayes. Brandon Clayton Hazelton. Mark William Healy, in absentia. Caitlin Corrigan Hogan. Raymond John Horman. Max Williams Chukwuka Iwala. Samuel Robert Johnston, cum laude. Chris Michaela Julmis. Katrina Kobus. Jasmine Leggett. Gabriella Victoria Leggio. Marissa Christine Licata. Taylor N. Mace, in absentia. Michael Anthony Maggio, cum laude. David John Malfitano. Courtney Mann. Kimberly Ann Marinelli. Morgan Rose Martini. Dean W. Melcher. Christine Marie Merchant. Ruby May Miller, magna cum laude. Nicole Colleen Morris. James Bernard Shaw Mullaney. Heather Ann Murphy. Michael John Murphy. Meredith Marie Norton, cum laude. Catherine Evelyn O'Donnell. Dylan Michael Paddock. Cameron D. Parsons. Anna Pham. Nicole Kathleen Piero. Alexandra Rosario Piscoya. Brandon Kyle Powers. Carolyn Lynn Rosinski, magna cum laude. Lindsay Marie Rayan. Anthony Michael Siciliano. Zal Sorab Sidwa, cum laude. David Gordon Silber. Allison Jennifer Smith. Andrew Colin Smith. Colin James Smith, magna cum laude. Alessandra Marie Sorgi. Nathan Michael Straszewski. Sarah Elizabeth Sutherland. Michaela Lee Testa, cum laude. Daniel J. Fadio. Abigail N. Thomas. Danielle V. Taco. Ryan James Turner. Taylor Paige Usello, cum laude. Taylor P. Vino, magna cum laude. Stephen Anthony Villani. Ashley Gabrielle Volts, magna cum laude. Michael George Watts Jr. Eva Elizabeth Weinstein. Stephen James Wheeler. Margaret Sarah Wolf.
Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Michael Armin Abramian, cum laude. Tatiana Rose Andrade. Matthew Eric Arsenault. Matthew Joseph Baldassari. Lydia Alice Biter. Brandon Harold Berry. Brianna Bartolami. Olivia Binfield, cum laude. Edmund Thomas Bowler V. Michael Richard Bradley. Robert Charles Capadona. Michelle Julia Carboni. Kyle William Carpenter. Summer Lillian Cast, magna cum laude. Dina Nicole Seppi. Jillian Diane Criscos, magna cum laude. Carmen John Clifford. Howell Thomas Conant III. Shannon Elizabeth Cottle. Robert Edward Crimmins III, magna cum laude. Peter Dominic Dandini. Alison Joan De Filippo, cum laude. Catherine Rose DiMarco, magna cum laude. Alexander David Dimek, magna cum laude. Senya Dobrovolsky, cum laude. Ryan David Doherty. Jessica Lynn Dudra, cum laude. Brianna Olivia Dosrick.
Let's do 12 right there.
Lani Mae Edwards. Elisa K. Evans. Ashley Mary Fagan. Dante Rand Fanning, cum laude. Liam James Fitzpatrick. Caroline Lisa Forsberg. Jackery Parker Fourier, cum laude. Daniela Mary Garnieres. Brinkley Tebetsai Garcia. Rondo Marquez Gates. Jennifer Blair Gauthier, cum laude. Megan Elaine Golick. Jack M. Gilbert. Christian Anthony Going. James Thomas Goldfuss. Catherine Elizabeth Granzier. Kira Julia Gray. Catherine Lynn Gullish. Rachel Ann Hannon, cum laude. Brian Andrew Higgins. Evan Charles Jacks. Eric Nicholas Jensen, magna cum laude. Ashley Mary Jones. Lauren Anna Capatos. Michael P. Cavalis. Maxwell Nathaniel Kennedy Wright. Troy Frederick Larson. Allison C. Lau, cum laude. Nicholas Robert Lee. Stephen Patrick Lee. Anthony Joseph Ledger. Mary Elizabeth Lane, magna cum laude. Donald Jacob Lehman. Sean David Leonard Jr., cum laude. Yvonne Lee, cum laude. Eric David Libby. Michael Angelo Libertini, cum laude. Miguel Angel Linares Folo. Joseph Gerald McInnes. Hannah Victoria Maldonado. Zachary Brian Matthews. Sarah Elizabeth McCracken. Kara Grace McLuden, cum laude. Casey Elizabeth McLaughlin. Kyla C. McNulty, cum laude. James R. Miller III. Jesse Charles Miller. John Kirby Milton. Eric Emmanuel Moberg, magna cum laude. Benjamin Thomas Monty. Matthew Queen Murray. Ryan Daniel Natali. Alyssa Catherine Onofrio, cum laude. Kelsey Ray Osborne. Matthew John Parella, in absentia. Caroline Marie Penny. Alexander Aaron Price, in absentia. Kimberly Rose Porisky, cum laude. Gabriella Rees. Trina Marie Riley, cum laude. Jeremy Stephen Roberts. Brandon Matthew Rodenbush. Jeffrey Daniel Rosetta. Hanny Richard Rudin. Kelsey Lee Ryan, cum laude. Erin Noel Sanford. Joseph Michael Santo. Alexander Stephen Sarkis. Nicole Sciarra. Matthew Theodore Shoemaker, cum laude. Aubrey James Solomon. Catherine Ann Stallings. Alec Colton Stapleton. Daniel Kenneth Sullivan. Michael Joseph Umano. Matthew James Ostis. Michelle Elizabeth Vonick, magna cum laude. David Eldridge Wordsworth. Chian Wang, cum laude. Garrett Francis White, in absentia. Emily Phoebe Wooster.
Hey, folks, look at all the people behind you. Turn around and look at all those folks who love you so much. That's wonderful. Good. Thank you so much. Sarah Gaffney, Senior Class President, will lead the graduates in our traditional tassel shift. With the class of 2017, please rise. Oh, yeah. You got to shift your tassel, though. Put it on the left. Put it on the right. Oh, there you go. All right, now it's on the left. That's good. That's perfect. So on. Where's mine? Oh, yeah.
You have to introduce me.
Okay, so, we've already shifted our tassels, right? Okay. Class President Sarah Gaffney and Vice President Ahmed Hassan will present the senior class gift.
Here we go. Thank you. You guys can sit. You don't want to stay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, good morning, everyone. I would like to take a moment to recognize people who have helped along the way. I would like to say thank you to my parents and my family for your love and support during my time at Stonehill. I'd also like to recognize the members of the Legacy Gift Committee. Please remain standing when I call your names to be recognized and hold applause until the end. Our advisor, Dan, Ahmed Hassan, Molly Wolf, Marissa Licata, Olivia DeMeo, Danielle Sicarella, Kevin Hoteling, John Dunn, Matt Shoemaker, Allie Smith, Zach Furrier, Jessica Dudra, Alex Esposito, Peter Dandini, Jane Haffey, and Maxwell Kennedy Reed. All right, you guys can sit. When you ask a student what they enjoy about Stonehill, they will most likely talk about our community. In my time at Stonehill, I have valued the strength of our community and have witnessed its power. We have come together to celebrate good times, but more importantly, I have seen our community come together in hard times, like when we lost 2 members of our Skyhawk family, Kennedy and Lindsay. Our sense of community inspired the class of 2017 to give back a bronze statue of our mascot, the Skyhawk. We chose this because with all the upcoming changes to campus, one thing will remain the same. That is the strong Skyhawk family we have built here over the past 4 years. This statue will be a representation of our community, both past, present, and future. Our current fundraising efforts being presented here today has hit near $6,000. Once we hit our goal of $10,000, this important piece will become a permanent part of our campus. If anyone is interested in what the statue will look like, we do have a small-scale representation located by the McFadden Library, so please go take a look at it today. I would like to thank all of those who supported this project, our parents, extended families, friends, and Stonehill's administration. Finally, I would like to address the class of 2017 here with me today and thank my classmates for their incredible support. Each and every one of you is responsible for making Stonehill feel like home and creating our strong-knit community. I wish everyone the best on their next endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah and Ahmed. Stephen Viveros, and thank you all for being so generous. It's very important. Stephen Viveros, President of the Alumni Council, will formally welcome the class of 2017.
Good morning. It is my distinct honor to be the first to greet each of you as fellow Stonehill College graduates. On behalf of the 65 classes who have graduated before you, I offer you, the graduates of the class of 2017, congratulations and a very warm welcome. Many of these alumni are in attendance today, and I now invite them to stand and be recognized. Today, you, the members of the class of 2017, join an alumni association comprised of over 25,000 individuals who also stressed over those final exams, their career choices, and what the future held for them. I guarantee you, you will meet some of these alumni in your future, whether it be at a job interview, in a parent-teacher conference, at a reunion, or I hope at one of the many alumni events at Stonehill. Many of these alumni will tell you that their life's journey differed from what they expected when they received their degrees. I encourage you to embrace these challenges and change that will come your way because they will open doors of possibilities for you. At the same time, you now have the opportunity to make a positive impact in this world and remember how your Stonehill education supported you on that journey. 19 years ago, on a very rainy Sunday, yes, we sat in the pouring rain, I sat where you sat today, hopeful of what the future held, also unemployed. You will land a job, I can guarantee you, you will land, and still wanting to make a difference. I'm grateful to my mentors like Dean Richard Grant and so many faculty at Stonehill who helped to shape my future as I continued on a career path of supporting student success in higher education. At the same time, I never dreamed that I would be one day serving as president of the Stonehill Alumni Council and addressing you, the graduates at commencement. Being an active alumnus has provided me tremendous opportunities and a personal sense of fulfillment. As you enter the next chapter of your lives, I encourage you to stay in touch with Stonehill and take part in some of the many opportunities and activities the Alumni Association offers. You'll be amazed at how rewarding this relationship with your alma mater can be. Recently, I had the opportunity to interview some current students for the Alumni Association scholarships. When speaking with one of the candidates, I was struck when he shared that it is the alumni who demonstrate the true value of a college. You are the outward sign of what a Stonehill education produces. Respect that, honor that, treasure that, and always remember these roots. Be proud of your time on the Hill, share it with others in your future, and think about how you can pay it forward to other future Stonehill students who will one day walk these halls. On behalf of Brandon Hall, the Vice President of the Alumni Council, Jackie Tracy, the Treasurer of the Alumni Council, as well as the other alumni in attendance today, I wish you a bountiful future, be it in the corporate world, advancing the next generation, or in service to others and our country. When you walked on campus 4 years ago, you became part of Stonehill's family as a student. Today, we welcome you to the family of the Stonehill alumni. So let's make it official. You look amazing, so let's get a photo. All right, show us that Skyhawk pride. Actually, thank you very much and congratulations, class of 2017.
Thank you, Mr. Viveros. Now, beloved President John Denning will address the audience of the class of 2017.
Thank you. Just first want to acknowledge Kennedy's family who are here today. I hope you know that she will always be a treasured part of the Stonehill community, and we're so thankful that she blessed our campus with her presence and her kindness and her love. So thanks so much for being here this morning. I also want to just take a moment also to thank our MC, who is so well known to all of us at Stonehill, Professor Darlin, who's retiring at the end of this year, but I know he will be a constant presence. Certainly, we've all been touched by his many acts of kindness and certainly the care with which he is a member of this community. So I just, on behalf of all of us at Stonehill, Warren, thanks so much for leading us in this commencement exercises today. I know you all will get a job because you have the firmest handshakes of any class that have graduated from Stonehill, at least in the last 3 years since I've been privileged to be on this stage. So congratulations, class of 2017. In his remarks this past Easter, Pope Francis spoke about seeds of hope and how people who put themselves at the service of others make our world a better place. As we celebrate commencement today, we are blessed to have with us women and men, seeds of hope, who give of themselves in service to others. Bishop Colgan's devotion to grassroots community involvement with those who are burdened due to geographic, social, or economic issues sets a profound example for all of us. He lives next to his neighbors and shares in their daily struggles. Humble and understated, he has spent his life helping his parishioners secure better housing, access to health care, and educational opportunities. And he has done all this while doing God's work with a joyful heart. Joanne Burton has 5 children of her own, but given the reach of the Burton Training Village, she has touched the lives of hundreds of young people. Joanne did not confine her caring just to her family, but found a way to share love, peace, patience, and humility with so many. Focused on good decision-making and the importance of positive influences, she and her family created a structure that provides opportunity and hope for many, including those who have graduated from Stonehill and some who are currently attending the college. Bob Simpson is a pioneer in medical supply distribution and has achieved amazing professional accomplishments. But rather than stop there, he has used his skills as seeds of hope, helping children with surgical needs in underserved areas around the world get truly the care they need. He intervened and rallied others to support these young people so they would find relief from their suffering, and in turn showed all of us how career and compassion can combine to great effect. Award-winning journalist Ann Thompson credits her Holy Cross education at the University of Notre Dame with giving her the ability to tell a compassionate story and to appreciate that the world is not about you, but about others. In a business that can be self-seeking, she once noted that her Catholic education has kept her humble and focused outward, not inward. This is certainly demonstrated in the sense of integrity and character that she brings to her work as a news correspondent, in turn offering us all a clearer, more empathetic understanding of the challenges we all face. Our graduates, during their time at Stonehill, have also distinguished themselves as seeds of hope by their sense of community, compassion, and fairness. Responding to the recent tragic death of Lindsay Malia, a junior who was studying in Denmark, Senior Colleen McDonald took the lead in representing her peers in remembering Lindsay and providing her a fitting tribute. At a prayer service in the Chapel of Mary, Colleen described Lindsay as a burst of sunshine, someone whose positive spirit inspired others by setting an example of how to make the most of your education, help others, and enjoy the journey of exploration. In addition, she and others invited students, faculty, and staff to decorate pathways across campus with chalk tributes to Lindsay. For 2 days, our pathways became a beautiful canvas of words and images, recalling the impact that this one student had on the life of our community. Colleen's initiative and thoughtfulness brought the campus together at a moment of sadness, but also celebration. Colleen put herself at service to others, and she is not alone. I think this past December, with Allison Ferlakoulis, organized a thought-provoking conference on the issues that people with disabilities face and how we can create a more inclusive world. Or Tommy Farrell, a student athlete working with the Student Advisory Athletic Committee, recently rallied our community members to hold our first Rockathon, which raised close to $7,000 for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Members of the class of 2017, in your own distinct ways, you have been seeds of hope here on campus. I'm confident you will do the same after graduation in your communities and in your professions. I wish God's blessing on everything you do. And as you go forward, I pray you may know God's merciful love for you and that you might always have the courage to think of your neighbor and be a seed of hope in our world. May Our Lady, Queen of the Summit, watch over you in her love. Congratulations, my dear friends, the class of 2017, on all you have done and all you will do. Thanks so very much.
Thank you, President Denning. At this time, I would like to call the Most Reverend Arthur Colgan, CSC, Auxiliary Bishop of Cosica, Lima, Peru, to offer the benediction.
In Paul's first letter to Timothy, we read, "Do not let anyone look down on you because of your youth, but be an example for other believers in your speech, behavior, love, faithfulness, and purity. Let us pray. Merciful and loving God, look down with favor on those who graduate today. Do not let anyone look down on them because of their youth. Help them during their lives to be an example to believers and non-believers alike, because of the truth of their word, the integrity of their behavior, the generosity of their love, the steadfastness of their faithfulness to you and to those to whom they commit their lives, the purity of their intentions. We give you thanks for those who have walked with them and supported and challenged them during these years of study and formation for life. Their parents, family, friends, fellow students, their mentors, teachers, counselors, and pastors. They have been blessed these years at Stonehill to be educated in mind and heart. Continue to open their minds to the mysteries of the universe you created. Continue to open their hearts to the needs of others, especially the afflicted, the oppressed, and the excluded. Bless them with your spirit of wisdom, so that they might rightly discern your will and make choices that serve the common good. Send them forth today so that they may bring light and hope to those who walk in darkness and despair. And finally, in ancient words of blessing, we pray, may the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. And we make this prayer through Christ our Lord.
Thank you, Bishop Cogan. Please stand and, with enthusiasm and joy, join Olivia Greer, Hannah Kilday, Ruby Miller, and Nathan Semeriski, and the class of 2017 in singing our alma mater, the Queen of the Summit. The 66th commencement exercise has now ended. Remain in your places as the marshal and the faculty lead the graduates to the area in front of Stanger Hall for a brief farewell. Thank you all very much, and congratulations.
Thank you.